7/14/92. Dear Story. That's when I met you, stepping out of my mom's room onto that hospital sheet. I don't remember. I was literally just bored. But my first memory, I was sitting in front of the Christmas tree, my parents in the next room searching for batteries. And it's times like these that taught me how to be independent and observant as I sat as a boy and played with my toys and listened through the wall at my dad's voice. A voice all I wanted to do was ignore as I got into my teens, as I rode my skateboard and ollied over my problems and my self-hate. I'd fall down on my face and I'd get back up. I'd fall down on my face and I'd get back up. But I was just 14 when my parents caught me smoking that weed, and I promised them that I would give it up. And I went into high school with a different point of view. As I focused on my art and the things that I wanted to do, like becoming a rock star, which is something I wanted to do since I saw the Foo Fighters in grade 4. But that didn't last long, because I remember being just 2 years old and listening to Sky Farm, moshing around, my diaper hanging out, and my Converse on. So I jumped right back into the punk rock. But by the grace of God, I moved to Texas with the livestock, where my dad taught me that it's a much greater reward to work hard than to earn a paycheck. But I began to check myself as I heard more of my grandma's story, young, bruised, and broken as she cared for her brother and sister. Before meeting her mister, my grandpa, a glorified gang member who hitchhiked across the country before meeting a man named Jesus. It's on this they raised their family and prayed for 3 grandbabies, one being me. But those prayers didn't bear fruit till back in Texas, when I heard a man in a suit speak of an absolute truth. See, Story, he had a friend just like you, except his was full of less debauchery and mourning, and wasn't as boring. And I fell on my knees and started to weep, and I thought about all the things that I wanted to keep, but I slowly started to look less like a wolf and more like a sheep, and was set free from that green that had crippled me. See, that's 5 years clean and counting. The gospel had been hovering over me, and the potter had been molding me. Through the aggression, through the depression, through the obsession, through the progression of my sin, he still jumped off the porch and gave me a hug and started to mend and tie together those loose ends. See, even though not in the will, my childhood had not been for nothing, used like the single coin in the offering. And all the things that I thought would forever haunt me are the same things that he is using to mold me and push me into my destiny. So like the jersey over the head move I learned in hockey, God's wool has been pulled over my eyes. And I see this spiderweb connection life. And when I think about how I met my wife, I was introduced by that same man in the suit that spoke of the absolute truth so long ago. And when I think about the saints' prayers that moved me through the move, I know that I need to tell my testimony as they did. And I still work hard for my future children, using my art, see that dream became to live. And I fall on my face every now and then. But I get back up like the kid who rid his skateboard. And I'm still that first memory, listening for my dad's voice. See, Story, sometimes I hate you, but I love the one that created you and changed you when I gave him you. So we got to submit to the painting of the Lord and accept the gift that we have been restored. That sun's risen, that painting's been done, and the strokes have not been moved. But I'm writing to you to say, there's still more we got to do. Still more we got to do.